Welcome back to the Keys to Success podcast. You have your host, Talisa Stubbs. Of course, I have my amazing co host, Deborah Douglas. How's it going in the house, girl?
It is going amazing. It is going so good right now. How are you out there in Alabama?
Girl, I feel like I'll be out here in the sticks. Like, I'm ready to be near a beach. Actually, tomorrow I'm flying out to Florida, so I'm gonna get my feet in some sand and be by
Okay.
the ocean. Be on the lookout for some pictures, honey.
Okay. Because I
Um,
was gonna say I feel the heat of Alabama when I'm watching you right now. I
I
feel
mean,
that.
do you see like my face is just real nice and just like moist or whatever. I mean, I'm not complaining at all, you
Right,
know.
right. Oh my God. What is the
But
weather right now in Alabama?
it's actually pretty nice. I think it's probably about a good 80, probably about a good 83.
Oh, okay.
What about
That's
in Texas? What
yeah,
is
it's
that?
hot. It's hot
You said
now.
it's hot. That's
It's
just what it
hot.
is. It's just hot. I don't even
It's just
know
hot.
how hot. It's just hot.
It's hot. And you know me, I wear t-shirts and tights all day. And I always wear a black shirt. I don't know why, but it's always black. And now I'm just hot.
Girl, you over here attracting all that heat. Girl,
I'm
you have to
hot
throw some white on you.
for real. I'm gonna have to do that. And I'm gonna have to actually buy some shorts or something. But I'm working on that. Like I'm working on getting my body right so I can wear
Oh,
shorts and you don't see a lot of cottage cheese.
oh, hush. Anyways, Deborah Body is like the cutest. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Anyhow, Deborah,
I'm trying to get myself together.
look, I know we all trying to get our summer bodies ready. Look, but
Seriously.
Deborah, I'm glad that we're here, and I'm so excited that we get to talk about your trip to Dubai. I know that there's just like so much to unpack about just everything about the trip, the preparation, the mindset, the people that you decided to go with. Dubai is one of those big things on my to-do list. Like I want to check this off before I die. And the fact that my friend went, enjoyed it, girl, I was living through your pictures like I'm there. Like I'm not there, but I'm there.
I felt that you were there. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
felt
I
me?
felt
Okay,
that
cool.
you were there. I felt that you were there. So I just wanted to take some time during our podcast to just talk about my trip, but more talk about the mindset that led me to get there and then the mindset that I brought back from
Mhm.
being at Dubai. Because Dubai is one of those bucket lists, and my husband and I were both turning 40. Shout out to 1984. If you 1984, happy birthday all
Happy
year.
birthday, y'all.
But we were both turning 40 and we're like 10 years apart. I mean, 10, like a week apart from each other. Crazy. And we both told ourselves, like, I guess 6 to 8 months ago, that, hey, we're going to go to Dubai when we turn 40. And we started thinking about who we want to go with because one, you want to go with people that can afford to go. And we wanted to go all the way out and do it all the way big as we could, that our coins would take us to, right?
Right.
But we wanted to go with people that the energy was right, that it wouldn't be 2 days into it that we like, why did we bring these people? Because we all have people in our lives that are like that. We all got them.
Yep.
So the people that I really hang out with day in and day out that have seen my struggles of the up and down roller coaster of real estate have really been my siblings. And I have a very tight knit relationship with them where, yeah, they're my siblings, but they're really like my best friends. They're like the first people I talk to outside of my husband, the last person I talk to at night. So I just asked my siblings, my sister and my brother, like, hey, you and your spouses, y'all want to do this? Like, you want to go? And they literally blinked and was like, cool, we're going. Let's do this. Let's figure it out. So, and I think the biggest thing for us was we started real estate 5 years ago. And we started with just, hey, we just want to do something to help our kids in the future. And it's created such a life that I never even thought was even possible that I live right now. And I think sometimes I pinch myself. I'm humbled by it. I mean, I'm overwhelmingly grateful for it. But there are some times that I go through this self-sabotage of like, I'm not worthy of it. I don't deserve it. So this was one of those trips that You deserve this. You're
Girl.
going to go after everything that you want in this trip. And you don't even want to know, like, how much does this cost? This is what you want on your bucket list. We're
Do
going to
it.
figure it out.
Right.
Uh,
YOLO.
just like we doing it. A huge shout out to my travel agent, aka my very, very best friend, Mary Hobbs, because she was the one that put this all together. And she knows me. I can be bougie, but I'm bougie on a budget. But this
Right.
one was like, let's just go. So shout out to Mary because she did everything. And she dealt with my crazy schedule, like scheduling time with me to figure out what do I want to do. Because she know that if it ain't right, Deborah gonna be hot and we gonna have
Ooh,
problems, but she did everything. So
I'm
if
gonna
you're
have to
looking
hit
for a
Mary up
travel agent,
when I'm
please.
ready. I'm gonna have to hit her up. I didn't even know she was behind all the greatness.
Yes, she was
Yes,
definitely
Mary.
behind
Yes.
the whole deal. And so before I really talk about Dubai, I want to share, like, when every property that we purchase, I take time and I journal, and I'm actually sharing you like the journal. And I want to just share with you the little journal input that I put in when we bought our first property, which was October 19th, 2018. Now, we didn't know what we were doing. We were like, we just gonna buy it. We had to put 25% down because it was a duplex, and we thought this is how you become an investor.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to just hear kind of where my life was, where my mindset was at the time, and
Okay.
why we did what we did. Because I think it connects with being in Dubai. So
Okay.
it says, we're excited, we're nervous, we're anxious, but we are trusting God to see us through this. We allow ourselves to step in areas that where only God can help us. We step into this new season with boldness that God is with us. We are so thankful for where we are and how we plant this seed for our boys. Noah and Isaiah, our grandchildren, our great grandchildren, have already been blessed with this first investment property. I'm giving God all the glory, and I'm going to try and try again. And if I fail, I'm going to keep trying. To me, I feel like Dubai was that moment of, man, I just gave God a little and see what he
Ooh.
did with it.
Oh, can we elaborate on just that real quick? Real quick. Deborah, you said something so powerful right now is that you gave God a little bit and he came through the rest of the way. Sometimes I think that we believe that we have to do God's job too, that we have to be just constantly on that overdrive because we feel like we're going to be doing it all alone. Where God is just like, no, put in the effort, just do the thing, use the skill set, use the resources that I gave you and watch me come the other 80%. You give
Yeah.
20, watch me come the other 80. And
Yeah.
I just think that that is so important to just even like myself, just like sitting and just kind of marinating in that and just knowing that what I'm doing is enough. What you're
Yeah.
doing is enough. What you did was enough to be able to get you to Dubai for you and your husband's 40th birthday. Like, please proceed.
Yeah.
That's just so touching.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing for me, like, I'm literally, I'm going to share my screen with y'all so y'all can see this. So y'all can see my pictures and everything.
Oh my God, I love
And
this.
what I want you to know is that everything you see, this was something that God planted and he knew we were going to be here. I
Mhm.
didn't see it, but God was like, we're going to do this. So even to the point, like, we're at the, like, we're literally at the airport, and we get to go business class with Emirates all the way through. It's a different understanding. It's a different, like,
You
I'm going to,
gotta zoom in, Deb, but you
I
gotta
got to
click
zoom
on him
in.
and zoom
Let
in.
me zoom in. Let me go up a little bit because I want you to see. Oh gosh, I can't get up here.
That is just so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to show this picture. This is my brother-in-law and my sister. And
Okay.
when you're in the airport, in the airplane, they give you pajamas if you fly with Emirates in business class. So you get in there, they relax you, they give you pajamas, they give you everything you need. I mean, all the toiletries, and you get to keep it. And it's in a cute little makeup bag that I like. I start using it now. But just the linen for
Wow.
the pajamas is so soft. It's so, like, I still use it now when I go to bed. Those are the pajamas I use now. Like, it's amazing. because they set this
Wow.
they set the stage that you deserve it. That's one
Woo.
thing I want you to take away from it. If I don't say nothing else, they set the stage that you deserve it. And when you do the work the right way and the smart way, you then take on, I do deserve it. Like you're not stunting for social media. You're not, because you put in the work. And once you
Right.
put in the work, it's easy to step into the world where you're like, I do deserve this. I do deserve this. Then we get to Dubai and
Mm.
we get pulled up in a Mercedes truck that fits all of us and a luggage. They got our names out. Like they just waiting on us. They waiting on us.
Wow.
Because why? You deserve that. They waiting on us.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
not catching Ubers. We ain't doing any of that. They're
None of
waiting
that.
on us, right? Then we
Oh,
get
this
to
is
the
beautiful.
hotel and we're at the JW Marriott. Beautiful. I mean, absolutely amazing. There's like 3 clubs in there, 18 restaurants. So you really don't have to leave anywhere. When you're in Dubai, you're just seeing everything that's so beautiful. Like the first night we went to like the global village where you can see all different cultures. They're so accepting of different cultures where you don't feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I feel that way sometimes, or I
Right.
used to feel that way sometimes because I didn't feel like I was good enough. Doing real estate has helped me realize like the buck stops at me. I'm knowledgeable. I'm smart enough. I can do this. I can figure it out. So all of those feelings of thinking you're not good enough, those go out of the wayside.
Oh,
So a lot
girl.
of it was if I would have went to Dubai 5 years ago, I wouldn't have felt accepted. I wouldn't have felt that I deserved to be here. But
Mm.
because I've done so much work on real estate, I didn't realize this. God was doing work on me in 5 years. He was doing
Oh,
work on me and going, making me go through some tough times. Contractor walked out on me and I got to figure it out. I got people that supposed to have my back that are supposed to be talking about me when I'm not there. They literally betray me. I got people on my team that I'm trying to make sure they're taken care of and they're betraying me. The same person 5 years ago wouldn't have made it in Dubai because I
mm.
wasn't mentally prepared for the abundance, if that makes sense.
Ooh. Oh my God. That makes so much sense. And I kind of want to just dive into that for a minute. Deba, one thing that you highlighted was the fact that you had to go through several like trials. Like God had to basically test your level of endurance in order for you to be able to reap this benefit. And in your prayer, in your journal, one thing that you said was, something about, if I fail, let me keep going, or something along those lines. And that's literally the reality of it. Getting over to this side of owning real estate and being a real estate investor is not all of a sudden like this rainbow land where you don't have any cares, or you don't have any worries, or everything just always goes smoothly. If anything, I think that my stress level
Oh yeah.
has probably like quadrupled since I've been a real estate investor. However, when you look at the fruits of the labor and you look at, dang, you guys were able to fly first class to Dubai. They provided y'all with pajamas. They provided y'all with toiletries. They made y'all feel like luxury when y'all
Yeah.
got off. Yeah, there was a beautiful, luxurious car waiting there for all of you guys to get into. It's just like the level of just abundance and fruitfulness. It's like that's what that endurance in those other seasons, those other 5 years, that's what that endurance produces. So I
Yeah.
just want people to just really think about that. It's not easy.
It's not easy. But one thing you have to remember, if you want it bad enough, you're going to stand the test and go through it. Like if you
Yep.
want it bad enough, you're going to stand the test, you're going to sacrifice, you're going to discipline yourself. And I want to tell y'all 5 years ago, we couldn't afford to go on a trip like this. There's no way I
Mm.
couldn't even afford the seats. And just in being in coach, I wouldn't have been able to afford the seats. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Girl,
There's
look,
no
I,
way.
I probably can't afford the seats. I don't even want to ask how much they is now. Look.
But it's the reality of when God blesses you, especially when God's hand is on it, no man can take it. No man can ever shun that light. Like, because when God's favor, when God's hand is on you, He's just preparing you for that new level. And so, like, this is my crew that y'all can see. Like, my brother is the person I call when I have a contractor, like, I want to fire their behinds. And he's like, just chill out, like, relax. It's going to be okay. My sister-in-law, Candy, like, she is always has my back. If I post something about anything I have going on, she is the main person that will be like, hey, y'all better go. Stop calling me about it. Go. Because she's doing
Aw.
something. My sister and my brother-in-law, Arnold, they always have my back. They live 5 houses down, so they always taking care of my kids and dealing with all my kids. But and then my husband, like, for just being a good man, like,
Mm.
just being who he is, where he's like, I need to share my wife with the world because there's something inside of her that's bigger than just in my house. And I'm not jealous about it. I'm not worried about what happens. I trust her immensely, and I need to share this gift that God's blessed her with her life. And
Ooh.
in the moment while we're at the desert and we're just looking at the scenery, and it's so peaceful, and it's so like, it's like, man, God is so amazing that you're on the whole other side of the world, and he created this too.
Woo, girl, girl. I am just, girl, this is giving me all the feels right now because I don't think people understand how beautiful this is right here to be able to have your siblings. Like, being an entrepreneur is one thing, being a real estate investor is another thing. Having somebody to talk to about the things that you go through and about the struggles, somebody that can relate, that but also has that level of loyalty to you because they share blood, like, that's like next level, y'all.
Oh
That's
yeah,
next level. And not everybody has that. Deborah, what you guys have is so special. It's
yeah.
so special. And the fact that you have a husband who supports you, who understands that you have a big purpose and isn't intimidated by that, and, doesn't get into his feelings about it. He will allow you to shine. It's a beautiful thing. So I just want to acknowledge that, friend. Y'all's family is gorgeous. I love each and every one of y'all, for
Oh
real.
my goodness. And I think the what's amazing, we were not always like this. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, there were moments where I wasn't talking to my brother, he wasn't talking to me, I wasn't talking to my sister. But I tell you what, that's just the enemy keeping you apart because of
Yep.
what he knows you're capable of doing together. So
Woo.
I also say this: if you got any beef, any issues with people, you got to let that go. You got to release
Gotcha.
that. Maybe just call them, send them a text. It doesn't even matter how they receive it back to you. You got to let it go so that you can tap into what God needs you to go do. Because there
Woo.
is whatever you have been set on this world to do. And I wrote this saying down was, your yes is connected to someone's destiny. We
Mm.
don't have the
Mm.
energy or the time to go chase, well, they've made me feel this kind of way, or I feel some kind of way with them, or I mean, I don't fool with them no more. Like, release that, let that go,
Release it.
because
It
God
really
needs you to step into who you are supposed to be, not for you, for some other people.
It is, and that's the thing. You have to get to the point where you understand that your purpose is not just for you.
It's not.
It's never been just for you. Of course, the Bible says that your gifts shall make room for you. So everything that's inside of you, you're going to benefit from regardless.
Regardless.
But that's not the main thing. And I think, Deborah, you and I have both noticed this, is that every single time that we help each other or we help somebody else, it elevates us.
Absolutely.
Every single time I share information with a family member, or I, help you guys out with private money or whatever it is, it
Yes.
elevates me in a way that I'm like, oh man, I couldn't have done that had I just been trying to do this thing all for me, right?
Exactly. 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 And so, like, I want to show this picture because this is amazing. We up in the
Oh, I
air.
love that.
Like, and to be able to do that, I, I don't know, guys. My life was not supposed to be this way. Like, if I'm supposed to be down the street, out of school, still being a principal, still dealing with kids.
Could you
But,
imagine? Could
but,
you even imagine?
but you know what? I trusted God even when I couldn't see it. I trusted Him. and I'm where I'm at. And I post all these type of pictures on here because I want you to see that it's possible. I'm no different than anybody else. But I just said, you know what, God, where I'm at, hey, this ain't it. This is not where I want to be. So I need you to help me out. Like, give me something, tell me, give me a sign. So if you're like, I need a sign, this is your sign. Step
This
out
is
on
your
faith,
son.
trust God, make sure you got your affairs right. I'm not telling you just quit your job, but get your
Right.
affairs right. Trust him in the middle of whatever it is. And I guarantee you, he's not a man that's going to lie. He has to take care of you. He has to, because he wants you to go through this, because at the end of the day, you're not going to give nobody else the glory but him.
But him, whoo, you're not gonna be able to.
You're not going to be able to.
You're
And
not
you're
gonna
not
be
going to
able
want
to.
to. You're not going to want to. You're going to be like,
Nope.
no one put me on. No one was like, okay, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. Like, he did it all. Like, I want to show y'all this.
Ah,
We were out
look
in the
at
desert. We
this.
on camels. We are
Oh
literally
my
on camel. You can see my face. I was very shocked because it's a lot more. It don't look as pretty as what it really is. I just want you to know that. But I
God.
had to do it and just say, I'm going to do it.
I
But
love
just
this,
to do
Deva.
just to do something that you've never done before, it's okay. And every teacher was once a student. So there's moments that you may not know anything and you may not know how to do it. Just keep going. Just keep
Keep
going.
going. And and I said something the other day on one of my posts, how did I basically scale my real estate portfolio? And I said I did it scared. I did
Yeah.
it, with doubt. I did it with fear. I did it with sometimes a lack of faith, but I did it anyways. And it's just like you're going to go through all those emotions. You're
You
going to
are.
go through all of that. You're going to have doubt. Deba is not saying that she didn't have any of these things, but she had these things in the midst of, I also trust God.
Yeah. And the thing I want to really take away, I wasn't trusting God for things. I was not
Mm.
trusting God for, oh, I want him to put me on so I can go get this car. Or, oh, I want him to put me on and I want to get this real estate stuff because I want to go buy this house. I just wanted to do his work. And in his work, I just wanted to create a path for my kids. And I wanted to show my kids that, hey, I know I went to college to be a teacher, but you know what? It's not working, but I'm trusting God. They see me praying, they see me praising, worshiping, they see me living into them or talking and speaking into them that God has total control. They see me when I'm up, they see me when I'm down. But at the end of the day, it was never about things. It was, I need to show my kids that, hey, even when you think this is what you really wanted to be, and then you realize, like, hey, this ain't it, it's okay to pivot. It's okay to be flexible. It's okay to, hey, I don't even use my degree. It's okay.
It's okay. Oh, and that is so good. It is okay to pivot, you guys. I think a lot of the times we come up with a plan and the plan seems amazing. And all of a sudden you're not feeling the way that you thought you would feel and
Yeah.
you're in the plan. It
Yes.
is okay to pivot. God wants us to live joyful lives, like
Yes.
happy lives, lives that are filled with good quality people, good quality interactions, all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
so it's just like having to remember that even when you're in the midst of some of those. Oh, Deborah, this is so cute. Oh my God, where are y'all at right here?
Oh my gosh. We were in Dubai at, I want to say it's like the largest Mercedes Benz dealership, but it's
Oh
also
my
an
God.
interactive dealership. His name is Logan, and he spent the entire day with us. Like, we were there for like 5 hours, and he showed us every top of the line Mercedes Benz car you could ever imagine. Like, he even showed us the Maybach, I was like, oh, it's a Maybach, and he was like, no, it's German, it's pronounced Maybach. So
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
my
he
box.
schooled me on, like, yeah, you said it wrong. But like, I want to show this video that there's one video that he showed us, and the car is like going up and down. Y'all see that?
Let me see. Play it again. Oh yeah. What
It's
does it have? Like
the
hydraulics?
hydraulics, and it, like, I think it parks on its own, so you can see with him parking completely on his own. Like, he
Deborah.
showed us everything. He did not, like, did not waver. Like now I'm like his best friend on social media. Like we talk every other day. He's freaking amazing. So one thing I want to tell you, when you do good and you're good by people and you put God in the mix, even there's days that I fall out because hey, I'm human. There's days that I know like I may have went off on somebody that I probably need to call and say I'm sorry.
Mm.
God will still protect you, and
Mm.
he will open up doors and connect you. Like who's to say we're going to connect with Logan and be in his presence, and he spent the entire day going over every aspect of Mercedes Benz, and he's not even looking at the clock. He's not even looking, are y'all going to buy something or they're not? But just the
Wow.
experience of being in a place where they're giving you top of the line, like that car is well over $200,000.
Debbie, did you pick out which car you wanted?
You know, I'm not a Mercedes brand girl, but after that experience, I'm like, well, I need to get rid of my BMW, and I know exactly what I'm gonna get next.
Okay.
Like for real. Like Logan sold me the dream. I'm ready to go get a Mercedes. He definitely sold me the dream for
So,
sure.
Deborah, tell me this. Okay, what is one of the major differences between going into that dealership and going into like an American dealership? Like, what's one thing that you off top was like, oh yeah, this is way different?
The service was impeccable. From just walking in, I felt like I was at a fine dining restaurant. Just exceptional service. I mean, the restrooms are immaculate. That's something about Dubai. All their restrooms are immaculate. Like they have someone in all the restrooms that goes from like going to a restaurant to even the malls. It is
Wow.
like a museum when you go into the bathrooms. Like it's a state of the art. Beautiful.
What about the streets? Are the streets like super clean there?
Super clean. I never saw a trash can. I never saw trash. I never saw a homeless person. They're very strict on like morale and values and rules, which it's okay. Like you need that for structure. I
Yeah.
never felt like I was in a bad area of town. I never felt like, oh my gosh, I probably shouldn't be walking here at night. I felt completely comfortable and just felt like at ease.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an
Wow.
amazing. I mean, I don't even think like pictures will justify the
I
amazing like
mean,
look, I mean, we are literally at I think we may be on like the 44th floor and it's the Aurora Sky Pool. You can see the Atlantis behind us. And
oh
it's
my
like a
gosh.
waterfall pool that we are just like you're truly living your best life and you don't even care if you got a good shot or not. Then you just like, I can't believe this. There were so
But
many moments I had to take it in.
and all the shots were like freaking beautiful. I was like, I don't know what it is about Dubai, but I'm like, every single one of these pictures is fire. Every
I
single one.
mean, it was living life on your own terms and realizing like you deserve it. Why not you? And go after it. Like I left with go after everything God put in you, every vision that God said you deserve to have. I went through like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to have.
So, Deborah, had you imagined or envisioned you guys going to Dubai like before at all at any point?
No, not before, probably not in the last 5 years ago, no. But I think in the probably year and a half, I have been dealing with internal struggles of I just want to keep buying properties because I'm taking care of my kids. And then I had to get to the point, and my husband had to sit me down and say, hey, like we're good at this point. Each of our kids have like 10 properties. We
Mm,
good. I
yeah.
need you to now enjoy the fruits of your labor. I don't need you keep chasing and chasing. Like enjoy the fruits of your labor. And that started giving me permission to
Mm.
to really dream about what does that look like, what
Oh,
do I want to do, because I don't need a lot. You once you make so much you realize like I don't even need that much to just be cool
right.
and have, but I think the trip to Dubai, and then we had the opportunity of staying at the Burj Al Hall, and I think I'm mispronouncing it, but it's the only 7-star hotel in the world. So we were able to have
Wow.
one night there for my husband's birthday. So what they do, because it's 7-star, before you step into the hotel, they come get you in a Rolls Royce and drive you to the hotel. Talk about setting a table. Talk about setting the stage of expectation of excellence. Yeah. They pull up, and this is a quick video of it. They pull up,
And came
you
and
in a
picked
Rolls
y'all
Royce.
up.
You in a Rolls Royce.
Oh, that is
That's
so
what it looked like.
beautiful. And you look freaking gorgeous, by the way.
Like, and I think the biggest thing, I'm sharing these things because I want you to see that before you get here, you got to remember that you deserve to be there.
Yeah.
You have to get it in your head that you deserve this. And even if no one around you is doing that, no one around you is like, hey, I want to get into real estate investing, or I want to buy stock, whatever that thing is. If God gave you that vision, keep going, because sometimes you have to be the first one to do it.
Yep.
So that you set the tone for everyone else around you.
Yep. Yep. Like Deborah said earlier, your yes is connected to somebody else's destiny. Had Deborah, and let's just go back for a brief second. Had you decided, you know what, I'm afraid, I don't know whether there's any real security in being a real estate agent. I'm just gonna stay in my principal job for another 5 years, and then 5 years from now, that's when I'll get into real estate. Had you not said yes to real estate back then, your brother wouldn't be where he is right
Yeah.
now. You
Yeah.
know, the people that are connected to him who are now learning this, like your students, everybody that you've now helped would not be where they are. And where they are in
Yeah.
their life right now is critical to their success. And that was
Right.
all dependent on your yes.
Right. Right. And to me, that can become a heavy burden. But then I'm more honored that God trusted me.
Yeah. Ooh.
You trusted me with this gift, and I'm not going to take it for granted,
I'm not
because
gonna
it can be
fumble the
all gone.
ball. I
Yeah, I'm
can't,
not
I'm
going to
not
take it
gonna
for
fumble the
granted.
ball. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this hotel, guys, our room was 2-story.
The room.
The room. This were the stairs to our room. That
What?
lower part was just literally, I got to show y'all this. Let me see. So you can see a picture of my brother and my
Oh my
husband
gosh.
on the stairs. Let me show you. This is a picture of the living room that's downstairs. So it's like everything is gold, like 14 karat gold.
Everything is made out
Everything.
of gold?
Everything's made out of gold. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And then, like, every night they gave you a cake or something, some type of dessert that says happy birthday.
Oh my goodness. Like literally top of the line.
Top of the line. Like, it's freaking amazing. And
Deborah,
I think
what kind of people did you see at this 7-star hotel? Is it people that look like us? Like
not
who?
many, not
No.
many, not many. I think maybe one other couple I saw while we were there. Maybe one other couple, but it was not many
Wow.
at all. And then you see like Lamborghini Urus, you see those like you see Honda Accords here. You see these everywhere. The mindset
Wow.
is different. The mindset is like, I'm not doing this for you. This is just what I want to do.
This
So
is
I'm
just
going
what
to
I
do it.
want to do.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it. The level of success that I want is going to be based on how much I want it and what I want. Like, we ate breakfast and right off the shore.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Girl.
I mean, it was, and then like the next day,
Beautiful.
we lounged together as a family. Like, we just lounging.
And all y'all were able to be in there.
Yeah, it was just an amazing. And then we decided we're just gonna get on the boat and just ride. And so that was our hotel.
Oh my
That was our
goodness.
hotel.
Even the structure of it is beautiful. The water is
Yes.
beautiful.
I mean, it was literally amazing. I mean, I can go on and on. Like, the pictures are amazing, and I'll probably start doing more picture posting, because
Please
I
do.
have still moments of just like, I can't believe this is my life, because I was supposed to still be down the street as an educator.
That's what you thought. And
Yeah, that's what I thought. Little thinking
that
of myself.
that was just preparing you. And that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, man, being in that corporate space, working at the school district, that was just literally preparing me to be that entrepreneur that I am today.
Yes.
That's all it was. It was just a season.
It was
And
just a
now
season, and they were all skill sets. So never ever get down about the humble beginnings.
Mm-mm.
Never, because those are all skill sets that build you up to where you are now. Like, how am I don't know anything about business, but how am I able to manage two different businesses that kind of intertwine together? Why? Because I was a principal and I had to handle 100 plus teachers. They were all teaching something different. I had to give them the covering, the support, the encouragement, while I was still trying to encourage myself. So it's like I'm doing the same thing, it's just a different avenue. And now I got the grace of God covering and ordering my steps is even easier. It's
It's
even
even,
easier.
it's the perfect recipe. It's literally the perfect recipe. Don't downplay those humble beginnings, baby. And
Dude,
don't be in a rush to leave your 9 to 5.
don't
You
be in a
know?
rush to leave your 9 to 5. Because if God gave you the vision, He is going to be true to it and He going to see
Yeah.
you through it.
He is. Develop a plan first. Get yourself a plan. Deborah did it smart. Develop
Yeah,
a plan. Get yourself financially where you can do something like this. That way, when you do go, you don't got to be counting your coins. You can
you
just
don't have
go
to.
and just ball out and just have an amazing time.
That's
This
it.
is just amazing. I
And I
love
have to
this.
share this story. My husband's probably going to kill me, but he ain't on social media. So y'all just better not tell him.
Okay.
So my husband is, I mean, I think I'm bougie on a budget. My husband is frugal as heck. He does not like to spend any money. So my husband has been eyeing this Breitling watch for 10 years. I'm gonna say that again, 10 years. And I literally was like, okay, I went to the Breitling store in the Galleria here in Dallas, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this for him. I'm gonna present it to him on his birthday. But then I was like, it's a 15-day return. I was like, I don't know if he gonna like it. So let me just stop. So I was like, we just gonna do it in Dubai. So we go into the store. Mind you, this is the third time we go to this store because he got cold feet 2 times before. And
Oh,
I said, you just need to do it. Like, just do it. You only live once. This is your opportunity for the fruits of our labor. We have passive income that's literally going to cover this for 1 month. So
right.
just do it because you know what? Sometimes you need to just remember God is so good. When I look at my clock or look at my watch on my wrist, I remember his faithfulness. I remember that maybe I need this watch because someone else needs to see it and be like, man, I love this watch. How'd you get this? And you just say, hey, real estate changed my life. And we can show you how to do it too. Sometimes
Mm,
you need those things to show other people how good God is. Because God,
right.
if God is blessing you, He's going to bless you to have an abundant life. So
Yeah.
you're not thinking about bills, you're not thinking about all these things because you want to go help other people. Because again, your yes is connected to someone's destiny.
That's it. Look at that. And Samson got his
He
watch.
got his watch. He got his watch. Like we were there, they gave us water.
This is
He put it on his wrist. Like he got his watch.
Look
I
at my
mean,
guy. Look
and
at
he
my
just be,
guy.
I mean, and he smiles from ear to ear because now he done got his watch. That for 10 years he has sacrificed. For 10 years he's disciplined and been like, I really want this watch. No, we got bills, we got stuff for the kids, and he's so selfless that he'll never do it for himself.
And you
But
had to
we
literally
got him
like,
that watch.
right, right. You literally had to be like, no, babe. And that's the beauty of being in such a collaborative relationship. Is like you guys can look at each other and say, no, babe, you deserve that. You
Yeah,
know? When
yeah,
when one person won't treat themselves, you be that spouse that be like, no, babe, you do deserve this.
yes,
Because that's exactly what he told you. Like I feel like you guys do that with each other. Like you told him, the kids have enough properties. Like
yeah,
when are you going to enjoy the fruits of your labor? So really, y'all telling each other the exact same message.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
love
then
that.
to end this, we get back home, like we're getting back home, and we ended up getting. So there was a big flood in Dubai. It was like the worst flood they've had in decades, I think over 72 years. So we got stuck in that. So we had to spend 2 additional days in Dubai.
Oh,
The
darn.
blessing is Mary, my travel agent, came through, made sure we got on the flight, made sure we were taken care of. But we were able to ride a bigger airplane. So we did like, I think this is a 380. On the 380, if you are first class or business class, y'all, there's a freaking bar in the
What?
airplane. It's a two-story airplane. So the lower ground is just is your economy or coach. And then the top tier is business class and first class. And there's a freaking bar and there's a real bartender, but Arnold was so excited about this opportunity. that the bartender was like, let me get out your way so you can get a picture.
Well, I
And
thought that was the bartender.
and so it's like it's like one thing I took away from this trip was you don't even know where God is taking you.
Oh my God.
You stopping over here because you're like, okay, God, I'm good. This is perfect for me. My bills are paid. I You don't even know what God has for you.
God got so much more.
He
God
has
has
so
so
much
much
more.
more. Wow.
And I
Wow.
mean, they gave us, I mean, it was buku of dessert. It was hot dessert. It was like, I can't believe this is even happening on the airplane. And then you can see that even, I want to show this. So this is me in the pajamas. Behind me is a full out mattress and then you can literally extend yourself all the way out like it's a regular twin size bed.
Oh
Like
my
you just stretch
goodness.
all the way out and
So
you
it
just sleep.
was that not like the best sleep that you've ever had on a plane?
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Girl.
Like, how is that even possible? Like,
Do they have showers?
they had showers if you want to take a shower. Like, you
Wow.
didn't even feel like you were on a plane. It was like the most, and then they have like a lounge area. You sit in the plane.
What? This is just like next level.
I'm telling you, this was one of my cosmopolitans. It's just, I saw life from a different lens that I never think it's possible for a lot of us to see. But it
Mm.
only was possible because I took the first step and just said, God, I trust you. I don't know where you're taking me. I don't know where I'm going, but I trust you. And even when the contractors ran off, I lost money on a deal. My realtor business kind of went down a little bit, or my friends that I've been friends with since middle school and high school, they don't even talk to me anymore. Even in spite of all of that, and in spite of me, because hey, we all got faults.
Yeah.
He still blessed me and showed me something that I never even thought my eyes could even see.
Ooh. But you never gave up.
I never gave up.
That's the thing. You started one thing, you started. And when the going got tough, you didn't give up and say, you know what, I'm about to just throw in the towel. Maybe this real estate thing ain't for me. Maybe I
Yeah,
just need to go back to my 9 to 5. Maybe I just need to know if God, and that's one thing that I'm learning is if God blessed me with the thing that I prayed for, God is also going to bless me with all the resources and all
that's
the
it.
wisdom and the
That's it.
experiences and everything else that I need to be able to sustain this. Because one thing that we know is that God did not get us this far. Wherever you are in your
Mm,
journey, whether you are 30 days in, whether you're 3 years in, whatever it is, and things still kind of feel like, dang, I'm still taking punches.
yeah, yeah,
Understand that God did not bring you this far to leave you right here. He
that's
did
it.
not.
He
He
did
did
not.
not. But he does have to test your level of endurance, because
Yeah,
the next level is going to be even more hot. It's going to be
it's
even
even
more
gonna be.
heat.
That's it.
You're going to be dealing with more money, more personalities,
Yeah,
bigger investments, and all these things that you've had to endure during this time is only preparing you for that next season.
that's it.
So,
That's it.
um, Deborah, this was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful, friend. I'm just like in awe. I needed this. Like, if nobody else on here needed this, your girl needed it. Okay.
you are a mess. And I think the biggest thing I just want you guys to really know, because I try to post a lot because this is not supposed to be my life. Like I say that a lot because it's called overflow. You can't bless other people if you don't have the overflow. So
Mm.
you got to put yourself and be around the right people that, hey, they're going to challenge you. They're going to strengthen you. They probably going to call you out on things. You're going to learn more about yourself. And in that moment, because I went through everything I went through 5 years, I was able to step in this, sip my drink, pull my feet up, and wait for someone to serve me because I was like, I deserve this moment. God prepared a place for me. I created a table. He prepared a place for me, and I'm going to take this in and deserve this and
Mm.
breathe into this and really be like, okay, God, I like this. But I will say one thing I took from my trip as I'm coming back, I'm talking to Samson, and I'm just like, You know what? What I really want out of life and what success looks for me, it's not a nice car. It's not this big old house. I want slow mornings. I just
Yep.
want to have it really slow. And I want my kids to be running around the house and they're eating a hot meal for breakfast and they don't see mommy sprinting out of the house. I just want slow mornings. I want to be able to go for a walk and just say, you know what? I'm so grateful that I can listen and hear the birds singing. I can literally look at the grass and watch it move. If you're busy and you keep moving, you don't have time to just see the beauty in what God can do. I just want I want peace that passes all the understanding that yeah, I'm dealing with this, but you know what? God got me. It's going to work
But
itself
God,
out. I'm going to do the work, but it's going to be okay. I want to be able to truly live a full life where it could be Wednesday in the middle of the day and I'm hanging out with my parents.
mm, like that's
That's my
freedom.
success. That's what success looks like for me. So you may see my social media posts look different where I just want to be I want to enjoy this moment. I want to
Yeah.
take it in and be like, God, you're so amazing and I just trust you and slow it down a little bit so I can hear him speak to me more. And
Ooh,
when he tells me like go bless this place, go do this, just do it. And I don't have to question, well, let me check my bank account, how many houses we closing today, like what we got going on.
ain't gotta worry about it.
I just want to be like, you know what, God, you told me to go bless somebody, I'm gonna go do
I'm
that.
gonna go do it.
I'm gonna go do that.
Ooh, and I think everybody needs to identify what does that look like for you? You
Yeah,
know, what does success look like for you? We might be working and grinding and hustling for somebody else's idea of what
yeah,
success looks like. Where if we actually just sat down and just kind of wrote the things that were important to us, might find that you're not really too far from that success. You might just need to change your mindset a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. And one thing my husband would always tell me, he would say, what you really wanted, you're already there. So why are you keep grinding like this? Like he said, you're
Mhm.
already there. And I had to take a moment to be like, damn, sure, you're right. Let
Right.
me embrace this. And now I want to share that with other people to realize like you ain't got to grind. Figure out how much money you need a month. That's your success. Go get that. And that's
Go
it.
get that. And that's it. Whatever else comes after that, deal with it then. But like having all this noise and all this stress and so much going on, I'm gonna tell y'all, like you start to get burnt out.
Yeah.
Waking up in the morning, sometimes having anxiety just about
Yeah.
the things that are going on. Oh, did that EMD go through? Or,
Yeah.
did I raise private money for that project that's about to close in a couple
Yes.
days? It's just like all these things are constantly like occupying the space in your mind where, like Deb was saying, it's hard to hear the voice of God sometimes. And
Yeah.
so, Deb, that's beautiful that you've gotten to a place where you're just like, you know what, I can slow down now.
Yeah.
Like I can slow down now and I know that I'm going to be okay. And that's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I want to just encourage you, if you don't have a relationship with God or whoever you believe in, get a relationship because this world is too tough for you to carry it on your own. And that's why you're probably dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with stress. And I'm going to be honest with you, I still deal with those moments too, where I'm like, okay, Deborah, you're trying to carry this. And that's why you're stressing.
Yep.
Release,
Give it
release.
to God.
But I
Give it
have
to
to just,
God.
I want to just encourage you that if you're looking through my life, you're looking through Talisa's life, like, man, I want to be like them. You're already there. You just got to step into whatever God's told you to do. Just do it.
That's it. Because God he's already placed the gifts in each one of us. And
Yeah.
he's just waiting for us to use them to take action because he already knows what the game plan is. He can
Yeah.
already see it.
He can already
So
see it.
I love this. I love this. And every single episode is just like we can't do nothing but give the glory to God.
We
Like
cannot. Yeah.
none of this is possible. None of this is possible without his covering, without his protection, without the people that he's assigned as angels to speak our names in
Yeah.
rooms when we're not there. Like that's all God. We can't take any credit from it. So don't
Yeah.
put us on a pedestal at
Please
all.
don't.
Don't do that.
And one other thing I want to say, like, Talisa and I met maybe 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I always struggled with friendship and making sure, like, am I a good friend and am I good enough to be their friends and things like that. Like, okay, I'm going to be the one to always check in. Hey, I haven't heard from you. How are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I struggle with friendship. And then I have a great friend that's married, but then I have all these other friends that I'm like, now that I know what real friendship looks like, I'm like, they were never my friends in the first place. Like I poured too much into y'all. And then I'm looking at, like, I met Talisa. And guys, when I tell you, a real friend is when you can make money moves with them, when you can sit there and call them and you're crying, when they kind of stop their world for you. Like, a huge shout out. Like, Talisa does not live in Texas, but my friend Mary put together like a small intimate dinner with my friends. And I told Talisa, like, hey, I'm doing this. I don't feel obligated to show up. Guys, she showed up for 24 hours to come to that dinner. That's to me, I'm like, man, God, not only did you set me up and put me in places that I never thought was possible, you connected me with the best friends that a girl you wish everyone had. That not just friends for the gram, friends for like, oh, we all dress cute. A friend that you call and be like, girl, can you pray for me? Because I'm going through, like, I'm dealing with this transaction. Can you help me? We make money moves together. Like, we just made a move together last week on a deal. Like, girl, I'm telling you, when God blesses you and you follow his way, the things that you didn't tell anybody that you needed friends for, or you like, even Naomi, my daughter, I've always wanted a girl, but I was like, I'm not going to say that loud. I'm going to jinx it. I'm going to do this. God bless me with the girl. God bless me with Talisa, where I'm like, I got a friend that really has my back and I don't feel no competition.
And Deborah, and doesn't it like when you just look back, and one thing I'll just say real quick is when you've experienced difficult friendships, all you want to do is be a good friend to those who have just shown love to you. And Debbie, you've been that. So yes, I'll hop on a plane for you in 24 hours, of course. Like, there's not very many friends that I've had that know Christ the way that you do, that love their husbands the way that you do, that care for your children, even though you've got this busy schedule the way that you do, that is tenacious and bold the way that you are. And it's like, yes, when you find a friend that has all the qualities that you've only, when the Bible says that God knows the desires of your heart, that's what he's talking about. These are the things that you don't really speak about. They're just little things that you just kind of feel like, dang, like I wish I had that. And when he gives that to you, you can't do nothing but praise him. So as grateful as you are for me, Deborah, I am like 10 times more grateful for you and our friendship. Because girl, I don't know how I would have sustained this journey without you, to be honest.
At all. All right, guys, you saw our gushy and emotional side today. But if there's anything you want us to talk about, like, put it in the comments, follow us on our social medias, listen on YouTube, listen on Apple Podcasts. Like, we want to encourage and support you for Tap Into your next season.
Absolutely. I love it. You guys, thank you for showing up this week, and we will see you again next week. See you later.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to the Keys to Success podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to listen to more, be sure to subscribe to Apple Podcast and YouTube for our latest episodes.